Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this afternoon mountain weather update. To radar we go, and this is the primary storm system that's dropping out of Canada right now with the trough, the northern branch. You can see it's going to slowly move north to south, and then it's going to accelerate as we get into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night into 2:27 in the morning. It will accelerate down through Utah and southern Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado. And again, I'm just calling it the quick strike, the robust quick strike, because a lot of snow in a very short amount of time for all of those mountain ranges. So let me take you over to what I'm seeing here this afternoon. So still looking at two storm systems through 3-4. Storm number one, it did trim down some totals in this afternoon's update, down about 20% in a couple of locations. I'll show you those coming up. But it's going to bring high winds. If you don't already have wind, you're going to have wind tomorrow, and on Tuesday, 50 to 70 mile an hour winds. So that'll be a player in the forecast. Wasatch 9 to 18 inches between the afternoon, evening, and night of 226 into the morning of 227. Tetons 9 to 18 inches, same time frame, but probably extending out further into 227. Colorado 10 to 20 inches, afternoon 220. Some of these areas the snow may start light early on 226, but then it picks up. The prime time is going to be afternoon, evening, night of 226 into 227. Storm number two still looks very big, and in fact, it looks bigger than this storm that we're going to be dealing with. Okay, let me take you back over, and I want to show you water vapor satellite imagery here this afternoon. So the latest on this, still looking at your moisture aloft and the whites, the blues, and the greens. So there's one element. There's an area of low pressure headed towards California, but here's the main event. You can see the spin, the trough diving down with the northern branch. That's what I showed you on radar. So you've got the southern branch right here bringing in its influence, northern branch right here. So again, there's going to be some merger of energy, 226 into 227, and that's where we're going to get that big push, that frontal boundary that'll come down. And that's what's going to focus some pretty good orographic snow for about 12 to 18 hours in a lot of locations, and that's where we're going to pick up that bulk of that snowfall. In fact, here's the latest jet forecast. So end of day today, that's what it looks like. But by tomorrow, you've got northern and southern branch, some merging of energy, lots of wind. Here we go into 227, still some snow, and then it comes to an end. 228, high pressure ridging moves in, but here comes the next area of low pressure digging down to the south. That's a stronger storm system than the one we're going to deal with tomorrow and Tuesday. You can see the big dip in the jet. That's going to take its time and snow for about 2 days in the Sierra. Very heavy snow there, and then that's going to pull in 3-2 and 3-3 into the Intermountain West. So Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, Colorado. That's when you're going to get the bulk of this, and it probably lasts into 3-4 in Colorado and New Mexico. And then it's out of here by 3-5. Okay, putting moisture on top of all of this. So that's what we're looking at for the current state of affairs. Everything's up in BC, Northern Tier, Pacific Northwest. But then, here it comes. There's 226 in the afternoon, and everything starts to gel. And here comes the frontal boundary, the jet bringing that focal point of heavy snow down through the Tetons, parts of Idaho, Big Sky, into the Wasatch. Watch it race through right there, into Colorado into the morning of 227, high winds, heavy snow across all of the zones in Colorado, and that lasts through the afternoon. And then it starts to lighten up overnight, and it's gone by 228. So quick strike. Here comes the next storm system. It's going to dig further to the south and have a major effect on the Sierra. And then here it comes. Heavy snow makes its move. Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, and then eventually into Colorado, late 3-2 into 3-3, and it lasts all day, finally pulls away 3-4. There's even some wraparound snow on the cyclonic backside, so it does last a little bit longer. And then it's gone. Okay, here are my latest numbers. My latest totals. So basically the rest of today through 228. So this is storm number one. Still looking at 2-3 feet up there in parts of the Pacific Northwest. Interior BC looking at probably 10, 12, 16 inches through Kicking Horse and Revelstoke and Fernie, even Marmot Basin. Some of that spills over into Sunshine Village. Looking at about 9 to 18 across the Tetons, 9 to 18 in the Wasatch, 10 to 20 in Colorado. So holding pretty firm around Snowmass and Crested Butte. Those numbers have gone down a little bit, and you can see in the reflection of some of these numbers, they have dropped about 20%. drop Jackson Hole a little bit, drop the Wasatch a little bit, drop some of Colorado's numbers a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. But that's where I think we're going to end up. Okay, next storm system, storm number 2. Here it is, 229 through 35. And remember, the prime time for this one is 31, 32, 33, 34, really. Still 40, 50, 60 inches of snow in parts of the Sierra with a solid 2 days of snow coming down. Looking at about 2 feet. Up there, 1 to 2 feet in the Wasatch, 1 to 2 feet in the Tetons. Look at Big Sky, looking good at 1 to 2 feet there. In Colorado, the numbers have trended down just a little bit, but probably 6 to 12 inches. Another big period for BC, Pacific Northwest, with 1 to 2 feet. Interior BC looking good. Numbers have come back up. 9, 10, 12, 15, 16 inches through Fernie, Red Mountain, Kicking Horse, and Revelstoke. And pretty good numbers spilling over into Sunshine Village. Okay, one last stop up into the northeast, and not a lot here, guys. Not much changing. 225 through 35. Most of what you see here is obviously light, but rain on 228 at a lot of the ski areas, changing to some brief light snow, which is what the accumulation is represented here, late on 228 into early 229. All right, we'll end on the updated map for this next storm system, 226 into 227. The numbers have gone down just a touch, but we're still looking at a robust storm system with a quick strike of heavy snow and a lot of wind. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in here to this afternoon Mountain Weather Update. Always appreciate it, and take care.